Welcome to Star Citizen and the Alpha 3.11. Not only the 3.11 arrived live in the public universe, but also an Halloween event. In this Halloween event guide we take a look at what there is to discover and what we have to do for it. We are already here at Benny Henge, who is part of the event. Picture we see three new types of helmets and in the background a new color variant or a special Halloween version for the Cutlass Black. The beer helmet in the middle cannot be earned, we have to buy it in the PledgeStore. The look has something of Fortnite, but the helm looks creepy in any case and fits Halloween. For the other two variants we have to find Benny Henge to get the left helmet, and for the Van Duel helmet we have to complete a PvP challenge. And this PvP challenge has it all. We have to eliminate 50 different players in the persistent universe, 50 unique players. We have to eliminate these off either in a glaive or a gladius and cannot do this in the arena commander, but only in the persistent universe. And the kills only count if we are the pilot ourselves. There are usually fights around GrimHex or community events. We will also start an event on this Sunday, October 11th at 4 PM UTC time zone, but more details at the end of the video. And of course we can also spend money in the PledgeStore. We can buy the beer helmets either individually or in a package. We take a quick look at the new version of the Cutlass Black, which comes as a ghoulish green version, and it's just a normal available Cutlass with the new skin. The new skin can be bought separately, and it should be noted here that the skin is valid for all Cutlass versions, so also for the red and the blue, which looks really good with the lights of these two. This skin is already on my list. Here again the beer helmets in the overview, and with a slightly reduction if you take all 6 in the package. But enough of buyable content, we want to tackle the challenges. We start with the peaceful variant, the Benny Henge challenge. This here is our goal for the challenge to get the helmet. But since is it not easy to find Benny Henge, here is a detailed guide. Our goal is initially Crusader, and on that way another tip that will save you a lot of time when traveling. Regardless of whether you are a freighter pilot, a miner or a fighter pilot. Normally we have our route, which we gradually fly off first to Crusader and then to Port Olisar. But here there is a possibility to shorten at least one jump and not only reduce the time in flight, but also the time of aligning and spooling. We start first in the direction of our jump point after Crusader as planned, but break off the quantum flight immediately after takeoff. If we now have a line of sight to our next destination on our flight plan, we can fly straight there. The whole thing is of course most worthwhile with large ships, which need more time to recharge the drive. And even as a criminal we can shake off persecutors. In Port Olisar we only get a landing clearance to be able to restart here if we become victims of a PvP challenge player. The next destination is Yela. Here at Yela we are looking for the Nakamura Valley 8 shelter as a target, which is also our starting point. However, we do not fly directly to the shelter, but only use the jump point of it. When we have reached this jump point, we can start with the triangulation. We will leave Yela right behind us and align roughly towards GrimHex. We align the ship so that it is aligned with the wings parallel to the asteroid belt. We leave GrimHex slightly to the right, and our first target is the top of the asteroid belt. You cannot orientate yourself to Crusader like here in the picture, because the planets are of course all constantly moving. We fly in as straight a line as possible from our jump point in the direction to the asteroid belt. You can't go much wrong here as long as GrimHex stays to your right and you stay above the asteroid belt. If you have a stable trajectory, it is the best to switch to decoupled mode with the key V in order to be able to align better. And now we really only have to remember two numbers or distances. 641.2 kilometers to Yela and 254.6 kilometers to GrimHex. With these two distances we can align ourselves to later hit a single asteroid in the belt on which we then find Benny Henge. Since Yela is very bright, it may be that you cannot read the distances. To do this you simply go into your GameGlass and the picture darkens, and you can read the data. In decoupled mode you can simply adjust your thrust little by little so that you can keep and correct the distances to the targets. We have almost reached the corresponding distances here. 641.2 kilometers to Yela and 254.6 kilometers to GrimHex. With this type of navigation you can of course fly to and explore completely different destinations. Of course, there will soon be more guides and tips on what is worth looking at. But now the more difficult part. We have to approach the last point in as straight a line as possible and align ourselves for this in space. But how do you get as straight an angle as possible in space? At our endpoint, we first go into the external perspective with the F4 key. If we hold down the F4 key, we can use the arrow keys and the page up and page down button to change our camera position. In this view, we can make a straight angle to the asteroid field. And when we have done that, all we have to do is accelerate forward. When you approach the asteroid for the first time, keep your eyes open. You can easily overlook the small plateau. We can find our destination in the picture on the left, with a distinctive shape. And no, not this one. Yes, that is our goal here. As you can see, we are still on the correct course in decoupled mode. At the top of the rock, we can already see Benny Henge's plateau. But that's not enough to get the helmet. We have to get out and continue on foot. At the moment, it may well be that there are a lot of players here, which is why you should be careful and switch to another server if it seems suspicious to you. We get out and look around and finally want to see Benny again. The plateau has its own gravity, so be careful not to touch down directly from above. For the challenge and the helmet we only have to interact with the victim. It is not unusual if you do not have the helmet in your inventory or in your hangar right away. This will be distributed in waves when you have completed the event, so it can take several days. And after location literally offers to start with the second challenge, we of course make sure that nobody is attacked here. And it doesn't take long for the first visitors to arrive. However, they are careful and do not suspect the best, especially since we are traveling in a Gladius. And even if I have expressed my good intentions, the whole thing ends in a fight. And in my opinion, that is the problem with the PvP challenge. Who does not want to fight fleas or is sneakily dealt with? It is definitely a good idea to use community events here to complete the challenge and get the 50 kills. My two visitors here at some point searched the distance and they fled, and it was fun, but they didn't visit Benny Henge and I didn't get any of the 50 necessary kills. So everyone here just wasted time. So if you are not sneakily lying in wait to shoot defenseless people away, you will need a long time on the regular route until the PvP challenge can be completed. And that's why there is a community event mentioned at the beginning tomorrow at 4 PM UTC time zone. Stop by the Discord and we'll go to the server together. There we have ships with spawn options and a couple of Gladius ships with us and can work on the challenge without disturbing anyone. And of course I left the data for the Discord challenge in the description. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, and we are also testing the server performance. And of course you also have the possibility to do some PvP at GrimHex. There is almost always someone here. However, a lot of fights end here with a kill for an asteroid, which then doesn't help anybody. I hope you enjoyed the video and you'll leave me a like and a subscribe here. If you noticed, the channel had a little graphic update and new equipment. If you are interested, I have put my latest acquisitions into the description as an Amazon link. I think the Halloween event was successful, but I have the feeling that the PvP challenge created a lot of bad mood among the players who want to trade or mine. And because of that, my appeal to you again: if you want to take care of the challenge, come to GrimHex and fight against each other there, or take part in the community events. Tomorrow, 11th October, 4 PM UTC time zone, we see us. Meet us at Discord and let's start. I'm also looking forward to your comments and opinions, and hope you enjoyed the video. I hope the whole thing was also understandable, and say as always, see you in the verse.